Valley Light now.
Every $1 you spend on our website gives you 1 entry to win the Mustang. Let me show you a couple of the items that we're dropping right now. We've got the Throttle Muscle t-shirt with the gram light on the back. We have the tie-dye hoodie. This is one of my favorite hoodies we've ever done. Kind of that retro style on the back. Even says powered by throtl right there on the Coyote motor. And we actually restocked the shop shirts, so these sold out last time. And then we've got a couple different holographic decals here, as well as throttle jet tag. And we have new colorways on the throttle shift knob. So we have a metallic blue, a candy red, and a white Delrin now, all available. And lastly, we got the new hat. So that's it, guys. I hope you love this merch as much as we do. And remember, get those entries in now. Some of the sizes are kind of limited, so you definitely want to pause the video right now, hop on over to the site, secure those entries.
All right, guys, welcome back. Look at us right here.
Oh man, we're in the Mustang.
So right now we are on our way to APR. We need the wing and the wing mount. We really need this part so we can keep going fabrication on the Eclipse.
Hey, yeah, I remember this car. Oh, hey. That's from my era. Right there. Calvin 1. This car here is actually based off of Nick Fuseki's, which is now black FD. There's Dustin's car.
Yeah.
Is that actually it right there? Yeah, that's the car you guys had? Yeah. All right, well, Chris hooked us up with the wing stanchions, a little piece of wing so that we can figure out how this is going to sit on the back of the car. Just a temporary solution for us to do some fabrication and also some parts for the Mustang. Thank you, sir. Thank you for all your help. Ricky and I got to go back to San Diego, so figured I'd give him a shot to drive the Mustang. This is his first time behind the wheel.
But so far I noticed that the car by itself revs for you.
Oh yeah, the rev match downshift.
Yeah, rev match, yeah. But he's cool, but I don't need it. I'm a man.
No, I mean, I think we all know how to rev match.
Granny shifting, not double clutching like you should.
But it is kind of a nice convenience thing, and it's super precise. Sometimes you screw up and you don't give it enough, you give it too much, and this thing, like, it knows what RPM it's at, and it's sticking it there.
It is super easy to drive. I used to drive with my buckets, and it's like...
Buckets?
Yeah, my buckets.
I'd hardly say your R8 is a bucket, though.
Well, I was like a bucket. Today I drove a bucket.
Yeah, the minute you go to grab it down here, I think where a lot of people get in trouble in these cars is they turn off the advanced track and they think they know what the car is going to do.
Oh, yeah.
And you're used to driving it around with the traction control on. This thing is not going to let you get in trouble. The minute you turn that advanced track off, it's a whole other ball of wax.
I like it, man. It's super comfortable. The steering wheel's sick, dude. It's so comfy.
GT 350 wheel and suede.
Super sick.
But I think it's a really good track car and dailyable street car. I didn't get the... Got the wing.
Oh, there it is. You did get a piece, a little sample. Did they cut this, or was this?
It was like a cutoff, because their wings come from their manufacturing facility at general length, and they cut it down.
You know how people put on like the little mini wings, but they're like little tiny ones? You should just actually mount this with 2 stands.
Is this for the Mustang?
Yeah.
They don't know what it is yet. Here's the stands, very heavy.
Me and Mickey picked up the Swung.
Swan, like the bird.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
Not a G. No G at the end. Swan.
It's not a swang. That's my friend at Steve Wong. His email is Swang.
Swan.
This is a swan neck, hence the shape.
Looks more like
that's where the name comes from.
Well, how come they didn't call it a cobra neck? Got you.
These things are buff.
Dude, they're so thick. Go ahead, break your leg.
Dude, that'll break my leg off.
Yeah. Anyways, we got these things, and today's gonna be the day that we're gonna start fabbing some stuff so we can actually start our project / idea.
We haven't really talked this through with the audience, but
well, let's do it now.
Yeah, so Ricky and I and Evan really wanted to do a swan neck wing on this car because it's a modern representation of the movie car. The movie car had like a low-rise APR wing on it, a GT style wing with end caps. Being that we're doing a modern interpretation of that car, we wanted to go with something a little more modern. And in racing circles these days, swan neck wings are the newest, latest, greatest thing. The movie car was more for looks and to play a role in the movie, where our car, we want it to be more functional. So we're actually gonna, instead of just installing this wing directly on top of our hatch, we're actually gonna build a stanchion for the wing that's gonna pass through into the interior of the car to make this a functional chassis mount wing, which means it's actually gonna provide real downforce.
One of the first things I gotta do, I'm gonna be welding a beam from here to here, which means I need to clear out this whole section, take all that paint and primer off, and then start taking some measurements so I can cut a beam so I can start welding from there and there, and you'll see why. So as you can see, we already grinded out both sides that we need to be working on. And Mickey actually has a plate of steel that we're gonna measure and put in here. It's like a really thick piece of metal. And we're gonna weld it on both sides, and that's gonna be our main supporter.
So I gotta take a little bit off the bottom, it's a little too tall, and knock the corners off so this lays up on the frame rail real nice. This will be a nice base plate for this beam and help distribute the load the wing is gonna put on it. Okay, well, went ahead and sprayed the back black just so we can get an idea of how it's gonna look visually. I think we're on the right track. We're actually gonna remove about another 2 or 2.5 inches of material here off the back. I did like this nice flat surface initially, but after we welded our beam in for our chassis mount wing, I kind of want to take this up to that height. Because we have some other stuff that's gonna be going on in here that I want to be able to see. I think it's super important to the overall build that it's visible. So we're gonna move this up 2 to 3 inches and then roll it under our chassis mount wing mount location.
Guys, bear with us. I know the car looks freaking crazy right now and it doesn't make sense, but trust me, it's gonna be worth it at the end.
Got something.
What'd you
I
got?
just drove to Mexico. And you can see, I'm not lying. I really did drive to Mexico. Bang. Carbonetics. Carbon fiber rear hatch with the little on the back. Here, Quinn. Jack. Let me go park this truck.
This thing is pretty light actually, not bad. I got a hat for you, my friend.
it is the next day and I'm starting to work on the Eclipse one more time. And some of the stuff that I did already, we covered the back plate of the beam that was here. We put another piece of steel and we welded it all the way around. I also mounted I did a brace down here, if you can see it there and here. And this is holding the back of the bumper. We installed the carbon fiber hatch. There you go. And right now we are cutting this layer of fiberglass off so we can start getting ready for the Swung wing, if that makes any sense. But yep, I'm gonna put you guys down so I can get to work. The distance from there to there is 20 and a half. I need to cut this beam. One of them, 20 and a half. We're gonna need two of them because the Swung wing has two legs, so. And I'm making sleeves. So you see how Mickey has the beams placed right there? So we're actually gonna put them on the sleeves and then weld them in place. That way the bottom half of the wing can be removed in case we need to do some type of work in here. But at the same time, it needs to be tight enough to make sure that there's no gap while it's sitting in the vehicle. Okay, so both sleeves are already made and I have both bars here. So if you guys can't picture it yet, these two bars are coming up, right? And then there's gonna be a flat piece of metal here. Then there's gonna be another flat piece of metal here. And then there's gonna be another brace here that's gonna have the Swung blades for the wing. So it's gonna be cut and another plate here. And then when they're all together, there's gonna be plate on plate, and then there's gonna be pins that locks everything together. So everything's gonna be completely bolt on, bolt off. Right, Quinn?
You're a freaking wizard, dude.
That's the plan, at least. Let's see what happens. So weld it in. That goes right here. So weld it in, Papa.
Woo, look at that. That looks kind of sick. Dang, Ricky, you're becoming quite the welder these days, dog.
I'm getting there.
Tell which one I did and which one you did.
So as you can see, I already started welding the X again. And what I did is, after I welded it last night, I removed it so I can weld the back side of it, since obviously I couldn't reach because of the panel. So everything is all welded up, and right now I put some black primer on the tips of this because it's binding just a tiny bit. I can't make sure if it's on this corner, on the inside or the outside. So this is gonna let me know when I put it back in where it's scratching or where it's binding on, and then we'll be able to slide it up and down very easily. I'm gonna let that dry and I'll be right back. All right, here's the results. We made it kind of tight. So right there, nothing here, right there, right there, right there. So wherever you see that, I'm gonna grab the little flopper disc and then I'm just gonna grind just a little bit there. Grind everything down, make sure it's smooth up and down, but still kind of snug, and then we'll keep going with it.
A few minutes later.
All right, so right now the boys, Mickey and Quinn, are gonna help me. They're gonna put the shocks back in the trunk because I'm gonna be making this cut.
Grab the hockey stick,
So, hey, don't break it. Wait, what is that? Where is that? Sorry.
Huh? That's signature edition, Doug.
Hockey style right here.
These in honor of the shop, so we have hood props.
That's the only reason why you break them,
That's the
huh?
only reason I break them.
So, oh yeah, I forgot to show him this. So it's already painted and it's here and it's bolted down. It doesn't move at all. Next step, we're gonna cut these open because the metal plate that goes is actually bigger than this first hole. All right, so we just finished welding the initial plate that goes here. This is the second plate that goes right on top of it to the other piece of metal that's gonna have the wing mounts. This one's pretty much done for now. I still have to remove one more time to finish the welds all the way around.
I mean, at this point, we're kind of at a stop. We have to build the wing mounts, the wing stand mounts.
Right.
The bigger, the better, right?
I wanna be able to hang on the wing.
I don't know if you'll be able to do that because,
Oh, yeah.
Because it's the center mount.
You calling me fat?
No, I'm just saying because it's a swan neck and the posts are so far inboard, it's still gonna have. You're not gonna be able to hang on the side of it.
It'll be strong enough.
It's gonna be strong as hell, but
That'll hold me.
you're not gonna be able to hang on it.
Oh, I'm hanging on it. All right, it's time for a little update. So right now, Mickey is test fitting the swung neck into the carbon fiber, and the green mass is gonna simulate the plate that we're gonna be putting on top of this. While that's being done, we have a.
You like my mounts I made?
I think sick. We should just leave it like
Gonna run it
that.
like that. Just
Yeah, just put a self tapper right here.
Some weight over the rear wheels, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
So that's gonna
Bam.
sit about right there.
There's sir.
That puts the wing at roof height, and then this is actually taller than it.
All right, so we got this rough sketch of what we think we're gonna use for the side of the wing. This is gonna be the mount that's gonna hold the swung neck, right? On the side, so the swung neck will be right here.
Swung neck?
It's a swung?
Swung.
Swung.
No, it's swan.
Same thing. And just like that, we have 4 brackets.
All right, so now it's time to TIG weld these little wing stand mounts up. These things actually turned out really nice. So I'm gonna tack it first and make sure everything's in good position. Then we'll go ahead and just do a nice bead on either side. So here we go.
All right, so Ed just finished welding the brackets for the wing, for the cobra neck, and all I did, I just grabbed a scuff pad and the our 3M little drill, and I cleaned it up, and I'm gonna line these things perfectly, and probably gonna start putting a self-tapper in each side just to hold it in place. And all right, so right now I just finished marking where the holes are gonna be drilled to. So when you lift this up, right under it, there should be markings on the bottom plate, right? The sandwich plate. And voila, there they are. So we're gonna take this off and I'm gonna drill them out and then we'll just mount them right up here. This whole plate will be here and it's gonna sandwich plate the other 2 mounts for top for the cobra neck. No word. Bam. This was bolted down, this was bolted down, and let me show you the sandwich plate that we were telling you about. See? Now you guys are grasping what we were trying to tell you this past 30 minutes of recording. Here's our cobra neck.
I don't know why I'm saying whipping.
I have no idea either.
Cobra Kai.
Do not.
There's some Karate Kid footage.
Do not.
What's a snake do?
What's a snake do?
All right, so our next step is to put the cobra neck wing mount stingy-malingy right here or over there. And then we are gonna mark where we're gonna drill the holes for it. The next morning, and I'm gonna start fresh today. And we actually got one of the push buttons done last night when we were working on it, right? So we have we put it on top, and then we realized that we needed space for this thing, that not for the push button clip to actually drop in. And because it was sitting on top of this, it was creating a gap. We ended up sinking the rod for it, so in a big enough hole so the big nut can just go in there, and this thing will sit flush into the plate, which it does. Closing the trunk, just sits down, and voila, she clips in there. And now she is sitting flush. We still have to do one over here, another one here, and then this one over here. So I'm gonna get to work, and I'm gonna do the same thing we did on the front left side in all four corners.
One eternity later.
Spent all day doing this, but I finally got the other three done. And the hardest part is once you do all three, you need to make sure that everything aligns. And not only that, when the trunk is closed, you need to make sure there's no gap. Let's try to close it. Let me show you how this works. Close that, then press it down.
Oh. I love the mini wing. Ha ha! That's funny.
Looking like a Frankenstein.
It looks like a Frankenstein. This is kind of the first time seeing it outside in a while. So we've got a new front bumper on the way. It is the same style, OEM, an actual OEM bumper, but the front lip looks great. The Carbonetics hood looks really sick. Carbonetics wide body kit, and besides it being really tall and missing the side skirts, and of course a bunch of aero, the Carbonetics trunk hatch, the CSL hatch is on, and look at that APR wing. The thing is massive. One thing left to do is to actually bolt the wing stand to this bracket that we made, but we want to wait until the actual wing blade gets in so we know what the angle is going to be. Shee! And then in the back we cut out a whole lot of stuff. We haven't really told them yet, but maybe we should spill the beans. We're gonna be running an aftermarket rear subframe, a tubular rear subframe in this car. So we wanted to show that off. So that's gonna be powder coated in some bright color, and you'll be able to see all that through the rear end here. We also have some other ideas for the back, so don't trip. I know it kind of looks crazy. Hey, Dutz WRX is working. It's gonna look sick. Look at that right now. Woo! Swung neck.
How much downforce is this?
The wing's gonna be what, 61 inches, I think, is the length. Pop the trunk.
I dig the whole mechanism.
Pop the trunk. Look at that. Look at that.
All right, so this is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy what I did to this car, what me, Mickey, and Ev, actually all the boys did to this car. I mean, it's looking pretty sick. On the next episode, we're actually gonna be taking this car to paint, and we also have the roll cage to install. So that's what I'm gonna be doing next. See you guys in the next one. Thank you for tuning in.
I really can't work in these conditions, Ricky.
Are you making it?
Kinda. Hell yeah.
Rip it, bro.
Yeah. Hell no, dog.
That's it.
I was supposed to catch that. Isn't this carbon fiber?
Yes.
Any last words?
No, I'm excited. It's like getting a new Lego set without the instructions. It's like when your mom bought you that Lego set from the Army Navy store or like the DAV, the thrift store. Yeah. You didn't get enough paperwork with it. It's on you to figure it out.
Ooh, you got me, dog.
You smell that?
Yeah.
Good.
I smell it.
Got him.
I used to work at a circus. This is carbon fiber!
And if everything turns out well,
Did you tell him I marked this? Because
I did.
In case it's
That's exactly why I said.
If it's not right, then you can blame me.
Exactly why I did it. That's exactly why I did it.
I know you too well.
So I do these measurements and then I'm like, hey, Mickey, verify. And then I blame him. Every time.
We're such a great team.
Oh, hell yeah.
These turned out great, man.
Ooh, hold on. A little test. Ooh, hey boys! Wings done. Can go to paint now.
Looks like an R34 GTR wing.
Let's go, baby. Look at this. Come on.
5 days and this is what you got.
Yeah, it's been like 5 days.
I do like that it matches the
Yes.
flow.
Right? It's,
I was thinking it was gonna be more like up here.
Yeah.
nah, we're going for the low,
Who
low.
welded that though? Woo!
Man, get out of here. He's like, I actually did pretty good today.
I like that you made them all shiny.
Hey,
Yeah.
trying to smooth it out a little bit. Oh, jeez, what is this thing doing? It just zoomed in like crazy. Here we go. Maybe it needs a little fresh with some coolant.
It's that fat.
Needs a coolant shower. Too soon? Too soon, bro? So my boy Quinn decided to throw his camera into the coolant. Where is it? Right there. He dropped his camera. Good job, bro. How many cameras have you broken since you've been here?
None.
Really?
None.
So I broke one my second day working here, full time. And then I broke another one after that. So I got 2 under my belt. Quinn's been here for 10 minutes. He already broke one. Anyways, did you cut yourself already? Did it hurt?
Wow.
Was that your baby paint face?
One of the dumbest things I've ever done in my life. Wow. So